papers, last 5 to 6 years papers that we're going to solve today. So the first question that we're going to discuss about the intellectual property is the property which has been created by the exercise of intellectual property. So I guess this we have done, this question we have done previously when we were doing intellectual property, right? Yes or no?
Sir?
This question you have already completed, I guess.
This question, I think I got.
No, I'm going to provide you the answer, don't need to worry, but I guess you have done because you were solving when we started from the first chapter. Yes, Anushka, yes or no?
Sir, voice is not very clear, sir. Yesterday and day before it was very nice. Sorry.
Now check it out.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Okay. Okay, sir. Okay. Yeah, you were asking something. Sorry, I couldn't hear that. Yeah.
No problem with that. So we are going to solve the first question. The question is, comment. Now, first of all, we have to define, whenever we are going to start the question, we have to define what? We have to define the meaning of intellectual property. So, intellectual property refers to the creation of the mind, such as inventions, literary and artistic works, designs and symbols, names and images used in commerce. It is a broad term encompassing various types of intangible assets that are results of human creativity and intellect. So intellectual property is basically what is the intangible assets, first of all. And it is basically a property which has been created by an intellect, by intellectual of a person. Now, exercise of intellectual property. Now, the creation of intellectual property involves the application of intellectual skills. What I want to know, how you going to attend? In this, the creation of intellectual property involves the application of intellectual skills, creativity, and innovation. Now, it is not a physical or tangible asset like traditional property like land and buildings. Instead, it arises from the intellectual efforts and the ingenuity of individuals and entities. So this is a question, and we will further classify types of intellectual property. Intellectual property can be classified into several types, including copyright, which normally protects originally literary, artistic, and musical works. It could be books, it could be any kind of painting, it could be any kind of content. Then we have a patent. Patents are basically normally grant exclusive rights for inventions and discoveries. Then we have a trademark, which normally protects symbols, names, slogans, identifying goods and services. Then trade secrets, safeguards confidential business information. Then industrial design, which normally protects the visual design of the object. Then we have got geographical indications. Geographical indications will normally provide identifies the origin of goods. So this question is normally discussing about, you have to comment whether the intellectual property is, which has been created by law is the exercise of certainty or not. Yes. So this is our first question. Second question is, carpet area and common area are seen under RERA. Carpet area and common area are same under RERA. You have to comment.
Correct, sir.
You have to comment. So first of all, you need to understand what is carpet area. The carpet area as defined under RERA refers to the net usable floor area within walls of an apartment, excluding the area covered by the wall. It includes the area covered by the internal partitions of the apartment, but excludes balconies, terraces, and external walls. The carpet area represents the actual living space available to the occupant. This means, for example, carpet area means the actual area that you are living for, that is living for living. It will not be including what terraces, external walls, and balconies. Now, what is common area? On the other hand, common area, also known as common facilities or common amenities, which include space within a real estate project that are shared by all residents. The common areas can include lobbies, stairwells, lifts, elevators, corridors, parks, swimming pools, gymnasiums, and any other facilities or spaces meant for common use by the residents of the project. Now, what is the distinction? What is the difference? Other than now, RERA aims to bring transparency and accountability in the real estate sector by ensuring that home buyers have clear information about the property that they are purchasing. The Act mandates that developers provide specific details about the carpet area and common area and other aspects of the project in their marketing materials and agreements. The importance of distinction, why it is important to have a distinction? Now, distinction between carpet area and common area is essential for home buyers to understand exactly how much livable space they are getting within their apartment and what common facilities or amenities are available for their use. Now, in summary, under RERA, carpet area and common area are distinct terms with specific meaning. Got it, guys?
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Ah,
Yes, sir.
Next question that we have got is discuss briefly the National Intellectual Property Rights Policy. Yes. The question is discuss briefly the National Intellectual Property Rights Policy. Now, what exactly it is? Let's check. The National IPR policy aims. The National IPR policy aims to create a conducive environment for fostering innovation and creativity by protecting and promoting intellectual property rights. There are some key aspects of the National IPR policy. Now, what are its vision and objectives? The policy envisions India as a global leader in fostering innovation, creativity, and intellectual property. It aims to stimulate a culture of innovation and creativity across various sectors of economy. Yes, am I voice is
Yes,
breaking?
sir.
Voice is breaking? I guess voice is okay. Voice is okay.
Yes, sir. बस थोड़ी सर आपकी जो आवाज है थोड़ी मतलब क्लियर नहीं आ रही सर.
अब आगे क्लियर आपको that normally encourages research and development activities. It seeks to enable inventors and creators to realize the economic value of the intellectual property. Now, if you will find, you will check, talks about how you're going to utilize how are you going to strengthen the IPL or just down those headings. Because the question will be coming in the 4 to 5 marks. They are not going to ask about what exactly are the whole policy. The whole policy will be a news document. So we have to cover some simple, normal topics. Headings that it focuses on human capital development. It also focuses on public awareness and outreach. Policy also emphasizes the need of public awareness, international cooperation, balancing the rights with the public interest. So in this way, you can formulate your question, you can formulate your answer, but by just putting what the main heading, you are not would be required to do what you will not be required to elaborate each and every point. Now, for the latest, it is advisable to refer the official government or the website of Department of Promotion Industry and International Trade. So this is a question for your national IPR policy. Next question. Next question is steps taken by the government to maintain good image of a country as exporter. Anushka, have you got the questions with you?
Yes, sir.
After that, we are going to take your questions.
Okay.
Just hold a second. Yeah, now voice is okay? Kindly confirm.
Yes, sir.
The question is, steps taken by the government to maintain a good image of the country as good exporter. Now, government often takes various steps. Government often takes various steps to maintain a positive image of the country as a good exporter. A positive image contributes to the competitiveness of a country's products and services in a global market. There are some common steps that government takes to foster a positive image as a reliable and a quality exporter. Now, first, you can take trade promotion activities. The step which have been taken by the government, trade promotion initiative. What they have done? Trade promotion initiative. So government initiate and support trade promotional programs to showcase and promote their country products services internationally. Now this can include participating in trade fairs, exhibitions, and visits mission. Next is export credit and finance support. Government also provides financial support and export credit facilities to help businesses overcome financial barriers and compete effectively in the international market. Then, in order to promote export, they have also entered into trade agreements and treaties, negotiating and entering into favorable trade agreements and treaties with other countries can enhance export opportunities by reducing what? By reducing trade barriers and tariffs. Then also they are going to provide what? Quality standards and certification. Government also established and enforced what? Quality standards for products and services to ensure that the exports meet international requirements too. Certification programs and quality assurance measures contribute to building trust in the country's exports. Next is infrastructure, investment in the infrastructure. See, if there would be strong infrastructure, then definitely we will be having more export orientation operations. Educate infrastructure, including transportation, logistics, and communication, is crucial for efficient export operations. Government invests in infrastructure development to facilitate what? To facilitate smooth trade and transportation of goods. They have also done what? They have also streamlined what? Customs and trade procedures. Now, simplifying and streamlining customs and trade procedures reduces bureaucratic hurdles, minimizes delays, and enhances the overall efficiency of the export process. Now, if you want to add, you can also add this point. Market research and intelligence. Government invests in market research to understand what global trends, demands, and consumer preferences. Now, this information helps business tailor their products and marketing strategies to meet international market expectations. Last but not the least, support for small and medium-sized enterprises. SMEs are basically often called the backbone of export economies. Government provides support like training and incentives to help SMEs enter and thrive in the global market. So these are the points that you can interpret in the answers. That what are the steps taken by the government to maintain a good image of the country as a good country? Got it?
Yes, sir. So probably one more thing what we can add is this redressal grievance system for importer and exporters what they have.
Exactly. You
And
can
also
add.
can we say here or no, sir?
Yes, why not? Why not?
Okay. Thank you.
It is a basically generalized question. For example, even a class 12 student can write this kind of answer. Because it is a generalized question, now. If you are, you might be reading newspapers, you might be reading journals and all these kind of things, then you can easily attempt these kind of questions. Got it, guys? Next is, so when you will be having your exam, what's the date? Of each year. You have not received any kind of date sheet as of now. Okay. Now the question is restriction and prohibition on persons resident in India to receive foreign contributions. Now, the Foreign Contribution Regulation Act, this question is from FTRA. We have got a law which normally talks about the contribution, the foreign contribution. The Foreign Contribution Regulation Act 2000 in India governs the acceptance and utilization of foreign contributions by individuals, associations, and companies. Now, the Act aims to regulate such contributions to prevent any adverse effect on the sovereignty and the integrity of the country. Now, under the FCRA, there are restrictions on and prohibitions on persons resident in India, which include individuals, associations, and companies. Here are the key aspects. The prohibitions on certain persons. FCRA prohibits certain categories of persons from receiving foreign contributions. These include candidates for elections, correspondents, collaborators, cartoonists, editors, owners, printers, or publishers of registered newspapers, judges, government servants, members of any legislature or political party. So these are the people who are normally being prohibited to accept any kind of contribution. Now, first, prior permission and registration is required under the FCRA. To receive foreign contributions, eligible persons must obtain either permission, prior permission, or be registered under FCRA. Without such permission or registration, accepting foreign contributions is prohibited. Now, what is prior permission? If a person intends to receive a specific foreign contribution, then they must obtain prior permission from the Ministry of Home Affairs, Government of India. This permission is typically granted for specific projects or purposes. Now, next is registration. An alternative to seeking prior permission is to be registered under FCRA. Registered entities can receive foreign contributions for a broader range of activities and purposes. Registration is granted by the Ministry of Home Affairs subject to certain conditions and criteria. Next, we have got stringent monitoring and reporting process. Persons receiving foreign contributions are subject to stringent monitoring and reporting requirements. They are required to maintain proper accounts, furnish annual returns, and comply with the specified statistics. Now, how are you going to use foreign contribution? Let's check. FCRA specifies the purposes for which foreign contributions can be utilized. These purposes include social, cultural, economical, educational, and religious activities, and among others. Utilizing foreign contributions for purposes not specified under the Act is prohibited. There is also a provision on diversion. The FCRA prohibits the diversion of foreign contributions for purposes other than specified. Now, the funds must be exclusively used for the declared and registered activities. Now, if you will not use those funds, then you have got penalties and what for the violations. Violations of the FCRA can result in penalties, including fines and imprisonment. If foreign contributions are misused or if there are violations of Act provisions are there, then legal action can be initiated. Now, it is important to note that FCRA and its provisions may be subject to amendments and the specifics of regulation can change. For more updates and accurate information, individuals and entities are advised to refer to the latest version of FCRA related notification issued by the government, or you can sought a legal advice from a professional. What is that?
Thank you very much, sir. It was really
Thank you.
beautiful. All the 5 questions. But, now we know how to answer. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
The next is Competition Act with improvement of MRTP Act.
MRTP
Competition Act with improvement of over MRTP Act.
सर कंपटीशन एक्ट तो पिछला अगर सिलेबस देखा जाए तो पार्ट जो बी है वो 25 मार्क्स का सर वो वेटेज रखता है सर। अब की बार भी मतलब जो एग्जाम आएगा कंपटीशन एक्ट का कम से कम 20 नंबर का तो मान के चलो सर आप।
मुझे क्वेश्चन दीजिए, आप आपको मैंने क्वेश्चन करने के लिए कहा था, क्वेश्चन दिया है आपको, मैंने क्वेश्चन करने के लिए बोला था कि क्या कि कैसे क्वेश्चन
सर कंपटीशन के तो मुझे पता है सर, पढ़ रखा है सर कंपटीशन।
व्हाट्सएप पे भेजो आप।
सर कंपटीशन कमीशन ऑफ इंडिया के कंपोजिशन आती है।
आप क्वेश्चन सेंड करो ना मेरे को, क्वेश्चन सेंड कर दो मेरे को। Yes, Anushka, please tell me the question if you have identified.
Yes, sir.
Have you identified some questions?
I had the questions about the competition law.
So please send those questions.
Yes. In WhatsApp group.
Yeah, please send there only.
Sir, I may be added to this WhatsApp group, sir.
You're not added.
I don't know, sir. I have not been added.
Yes, Anushka, please add him.
Sir, I don't have the number of.
I will give now, or otherwise I will send a message.
Uh, you can text it on chat. Your number.
Excellent chat. Okay, let's solve this question. The Competition Act is an improvement. Competition Act is an improvement of MRTP Act discussed. The Competition Act 2000 Act, Competition Act 2002 represents a significant improvement over the monopoly and restrictive trade practices of 1969 in India. Now, the Competition Act was enacted to address the changing economic landscape and to promote fair competition in the market. Now, here are some of the key ways in which the Competition Act is considered as an improvement of the market. Now, this question is talking about how it has replaced and it's come over the deficiency of the MRTP Act. Shift from regulation to competition advocacy. The MRTP Act primarily focused on the regulation and control of monopolistic and restrictive trade practices. In contrast, the Competition Act adopts a more pro-competition approach. It emphasizes on competition, it emphasizes competition advocacy, encouraging a competitive market environment rather than just regulating restrictive trade practices. The horizon has increased in the new Competition Act. The broader scope and applicability. The Competition Act has a broader scope and applicability as compared to MRTP Act. It covers not only anti-competitive agreements and abuse of dominant position, but also regulates mergers and acquisitions that may have an adverse impact on competition. The most importantly, with this act, they have introduced what? They have introduced competition commission. Now, the Competition Act establishes the Competition Commission of India, also known as CCI, as an independent regulatory authority. Now, the CCI is empowered to enforce the provision of the Act and promote fair competition in the market. The MRTP Act did not have a specialized regulatory body for competition related matters, but this Competition Act provides what? It provides Competition Commission, a regulatory body. specialized regulatory body. Now, emphasize on economic analysis. The Competition Act, what? The Competition Act incorporates economic principles and analysis in its approach to the competition law. It considers the effect on competition and consumer welfare, emphasizing economic reasoning to assess anti-competitive behavior. Leniency provisions. The Competition Act also introduces leniency provisions allowing parties involved in cartel activities to receive reduced penalties if they come forward and provide information about the cartel. Are you aware of the cartel? What do you know from the cartel? I will discuss with you. This encourages self-reporting and aids in effective enforcement against anti-competitive practices. So can anyone tell me the meaning of cartel? Yes, please.
The group of people engaged in the same activity, either vertical or horizontally,
Let me check.
and they would like to act together to the
Okay. Any other please? Anushka? Anna? No idea. That's it. So what is cartel? A cartel is an association of independent businesses that is visible, guys? No. Just a second. Got it? So what is cartel? A cartel is an association of independent business or producers that join together. They join together to coordinate their activities. Now, usually to control and manipulate prices, limit competition, and increase their collective profits. The cartels are generally considered illegal in most jurisdictions. Because of what reason? Because they distort the free market by restricting competition and harming consumers. In India, cartels are addressed under the Competition Act. What are the characteristics of cartels? Collision. Members of cartel engage in collision, which involves secret agreements and cooperation to manipulate market conditions. They also engage in price fixing. One common objective of a cartel is to fix prices. Now, ensuring that members can selectively control and maintain higher prices for their products and services. Output restriction also. Cartels often aim to limit the production or supply of goods and services to create artificial scarcity, thereby supporting higher prices. Members may agree to divide markets among themselves, allocating specific territories or customer segments to each member to reduce competition. So try to understand the help of an example. The cement industry in India has faced scrutiny for cartel-like behavior. In 2012, the Competition Commission of India penalized several cement companies for engaging in cartelization. The PCI found evidence of anti-competitive practices, including price causation and market sharing agreements among the companies. The cement manufacturers were accused of limiting the production and supply, thereby controlling the prices of cement in the market. Now, the collision among these companies has a reverse effect on competition and consumer welfare, which led to an investigation by the competition authority. The CCI imposed fines on companies involved, highlighting the enforcement of competition laws in India in order to prevent and penalize cartel activity that normally harms fair competition and consumers. What is the meaning of cartel? What is meaning of cartel? What is cartel? Okay. Let me check question. I think Why do we need competition in the market to competition happen? Right, what are you doing? I'm just downloading the paper. So let's check how many questions from competition have been asked. Okay. This is your 2021. 2021 exam. Okay, brilliant. This is your 2021 exam. Guys, I'm just checking the location. Just give me 5 minutes. Okay, I will be back. Okay, guys, I will be back within 5 minutes. I will be back.